guys, today I'm getting into the acoustic version of Everlong from the fabulous Foo Fighters. A really cool song from Dave Grohl. I'm in drop D tuning. And so you want to tune your 6th string down a whole step to D. And this is a very percussive and syncopated rhythmic song, right? I think somewhere I saw Grohl say that he looked at the guitar as sort of a drum kit or a drum set. And this is a perfect example of that. We have these driving 16th notes with downstrokes the majority of the time. We'll talk about the octaves that he plays a bit later. But you've got a very specific rhythm that's happening there. So let's talk about that right away, okay? I'm on the 9th fret on the A string, which you can see from the tab, the 11th fret on the D string. So that's just a simple power chord shape. But we've got this rhythm going on. I'll play it really slowly and then we'll break it down. I know you can see the tab on the screen, but let's talk about that a little bit. So we've got 2 strokes, downstrokes, these are all downstrokes, 2 downstrokes on the 6th string, then play the A and the D string, the power chord, with 1 stroke. And then come back and play that 6th string again with 1 stroke. Then come back to the power chord and play it with 2 strokes. So now we have come back and play the 6th string again, open, 1 time, and then the power chord 1 time. So just take that slice of the rhythm and get it down. And then think about starting over again with the same rhythm, but it having a different tail end to it. That's the easiest way to look at it. So the second time around, we'll have... So let me play that real slow. So it's sort of like the second half of the rhythm. It starts out the same with the 2 strokes on the E string, the top E string, which is now a D string, I guess, technically. But then we go back to the power chord for 3 solid downstrokes. And then finally, the 6th string open again. So that second slice of the syncopated rhythm is... And so we have our first rhythm, which we just discussed. And we want to put the 2 together. Cool. And then what we do here is just keep your ring finger on the 11th fret on the D string and bar across the 6th string and the 5th string, okay, with your first finger. And it's the same pattern though in the right hand. So now we have... Notice on that very last stroke, you come off of the 6th string so that we have that open string. Right? That open string right before we move to this. Now this is a much easier rhythm. It's the same shape. You're barring across the 5th fret and your ring finger is on the 7th fret on the D string. So we're still bouncing off of that top string, but we're just playing twos. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2 strokes on the 6th string and then 2 strokes on the power chord shape. And then move that all the way up to the 9th fret. So you play the rhythm twice here, and then 4 times here. And then we repeat all of that. And round and round it goes. And then at right about 120, he breaks out into the octaves. So let's talk about how that's done. He's got this, this kind of Zeppelin-y sounding through here. I like this. The 6th string is just ringing like a drone note through the whole thing, okay? So let me explain how to play these octaves. I play them using my first finger and my pinky a lot of the time, but you can play them using your first finger and your ring finger if you'd like. So I'm fretting the 5th string at the 4th fret, and then the 3rd string at the 6th fret, okay? Now the string in between is muted out by laying this finger slightly flat, so that you can strum those strings, all 3 of them, with that middle one being muted out. That's really important because you don't want that to ring through. And of course you can see pretty much for the whole song you're just avoiding the 1st and the 2nd string, the 1st E and the B string. So you got to move these octaves around using your first finger as the marker. We're going from the 4th fret to the 5th fret, to the 7th fret, to the 9th fret, then to the 10th and back to the 9th again. Let me do that again. But you've got this syncopated triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, da, 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 right? So I like to play those accents, and this can be a little bit tricky, but I like to play into that feel. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then I just use alternate strokes at the end. But you can do whatever you want. You can also just play it with alternate strokes. It doesn't matter either way. With the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, up, down, you really capture that feel. But again, either way is fine. And then we move to this shape right here. I'm barring across basically all 6 strings at the 7th fret. But again, you're only using the 4 strings closest to you, okay? The 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. But I've also got my ring finger on the 9th fret on the G string. So that's the chord you want to land after the octaves. Right? So you also hit the chord on the upbeat. So I strike it with an upstroke because you're coming off of these alternate patterns. And it's good to hit it with an upstroke. You don't have to. You can hit it with a downstroke as well, but it's a little stiffer in the right hand to maneuver. Right? So I hit it with an upstroke because it is on the upbeat and it feels very natural to do that. Now once you get there, so the strumming pattern is up, up, down, down, up, down. So you want to play it 3 times, moving through those octaves 3 times. But on the 3rd time, you connect to the next part of the song, right out of the octaves. So let's talk about that. So you'll notice a lot of these chords are being struck on that upbeat. So they're all going to be hit with that upstroke in the right hand. So moving off of that third set of octaves, we have same chord shape. All these chords are the same shape. I'm barring at the 9th fret. And then you can see I'm using my pinky, but you can use your ring finger if you want to land that chord, and it's on the 11th fret on the G string. And if you're playing those octaves, like I say, with your ring finger instead of your pinky, like I'm doing it, then that feels very natural to just form the chord like that. So the strokes on this are up, up, down, down, up. Move it all the way down to the 5th fret. Same strokes, up, up, down, up. So we have. Then what you want to do right here is move your ring finger to the 7th fret on the D string, your pinky to the 7th fret on the G string, and then your first finger to the 5th fret on the A string, and of course keep that open 6th string in there. Now if you want, when you get here to this D power chord, you can just play that same rhythm twice. He actually does that, if I remember right, a couple of times in the song. But he also kind of varies it a little bit, so you might play, you know, different little variations are nice in there. You know, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Whatever you can think to do is going to sound pretty cool there. So you can see on the third one that I moved the chord shape, that same shape we've been using, to the 7th fret. So coming off of that third one, we want to play. So you can see that that chord is struck with the upstroke because it's on the upbeat, just like the other chords. But the next chord, the is played on the downbeat, so you've got to add a couple of strums to this. We want to play up, up, down, down, up, down, so that you can fill out the space and land this chord right on the downbeat. And then right back to. So let me play that whole section for you. you go with all the parts of the song. He does loop the octaves at the end, but I trust you can pull the recording up and find out exactly what he's doing. But it's just that big cycle, and he goes round and round and round. It's a lot of fun to play on the guitar. It's just a basher, you know, a 16th note basher. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, all the best to everyone, and we'll see you guys real soon.